Well. PlayStation, man, things just do not look good for the PlayStation in Japan. Ever since Sony left Japan, PlayStation has just been going backwards. And at the same time, Xbox is starting to rise in Japan. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Okay? Enjoy. What is up, guys? This is Andy Matrix. Welcome to Andy RCB, where I talk about anime, movies, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. I am here at pushsquare.com. Pushsquare.com, basically a gaming news article. So it says PS5 games are still selling poorly at retail in Japan. Okay, first of all, just to make it clear, the PlayStation stock is actually, there's more PlayStation stock in Japan. So that's number one. Okay. Number two, if this thing decides to load, is that according to The Verge, as of April of 2021, Sony has sold 7.8 million PlayStation 5s, right? So by now it's probably like 8 million, okay? Just to be fair. Now, it says Rift Apart, Ratchet and Clank, it says just 14k box copies. So they sold 14,000 copies of Ratchet and Clank, right? So it says, see, the problem is that software is not selling well at all, at least not at retail anyways. Obviously, there's important context here. Famitsu data, which this article is based on, only includes physical sales. So we don't know whether these games are selling better digitally. Obviously, trends worldwide have slowly started to skew towards the towards the PlayStation Store. I mean, of course, if you can't find it at a GameStop or a local retailer, of course, people are gonna go to the PlayStation Store to download games. But even though there's still a lot of copies a lot of people that are not selling. I mean, a lot of games that are not selling well in Japan. It says, nevertheless, Final Fantasy VII Integrated just managed to sell 20,000 copies. Wow. I was suspecting more because Final Fantasy VII is huge in Japan. So only selling 20,000, that's kind of embarrassing. Said this one isn't so bad actually, as you could feasibly pick up a pre-owned copy. Yeah. So we're talking about PlayStation 5, not PlayStation 4. So this little argument here is invalid. Ratchet and Clank sold 14k. That's not good at all. Guilty Gear Next Generation version didn't even top 10. The PlayStation 4 edition just sold 11,000 units. The 11,722 units of Guilty Gear. And it looks like, it says, to put it into context, Nintendo's new game creation software, Game Builder Garage, sold. I mean, that's Nintendo. We can't really count that. So overall, basically, is saying that a lot of, even as the PlayStation 5 is becoming more available in Japan, these games are still not selling a lot. Okay, and that is a fact. Okay, so PlayStation 5 games are not selling a lot, and that's one of the reasons a lot of people didn't believe me. But games like Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrated and God of War Ragnarok and other PlayStation 5 titles are going to get a PlayStation 4 version, because still very few people, in the millions, still don't have a PlayStation 5. So there are, I believe Sony said, 100 million PlayStation 4 users, and then there's only 7 million to 8 million PlayStation 5 users. So if Sony does not cater to the PlayStation 4 gamers, they're going to lose basically 95% of their users, right? About 90% of their users. They're leaving them behind. So that's what they're encouraging studios to make a PlayStation 4 version of these games. So most likely, I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but Ratchet and Clank, they might get a PlayStation 4 version, because there's still way more PlayStation 4 gamers out there. Okay, and on top of that, the popularity of the PlayStation is going down in Japan. Okay, it's going down in Japan. Said PlayStation 5 isn't selling well in Japan. Here's why. And I highlighted this area here. It says ever since Sony moved the PlayStation headquarters to California in 2016, the gaming side of the company has been drifting away from its Japanese roots. The company changed the Japanese DualSense controllers command button from 0 to X. So basically the O button and the X button, they switch. In Japan, the O button means yes or okay, and then the X button means cancel or no. Okay, so they switched it. So now the X button is okay, the O button is no. They switched it to align more with the Western control scheme. Japanese gamers weren't happy with the changes and took to the internet the voice of displeasure. That's one of the many reasons. Okay, so it's kind of, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but even the Japanese are very like pissed off. Okay, and on top of that, I did a video recently about this. It says Xbox Series X is seeing phenomenal growth in Japan. No, seriously. So although they don't, although like Tech Radar, which is a very popular news website, they don't really say the numbers. They don't really give us the numbers. They say that Microsoft never gives out the numbers. I don't know why. Maybe they're too embarrassed because the PlayStation obviously sells more, and Nintendo. But they're saying that the Japanese developers are starting to make games for the Xbox console now more than ever, and is selling many units in Japan. And I'm guessing it's probably not even reaching the millions by now. It's not even reaching the millions. I guarantee you that it's not. Because the Japanese, take it from me, a guy that knows a lot about Japan. The Japanese, they take a long time to adapt to new technology. So they even with a console, they take a long time to just adapt to this new console. That's different from the PlayStation. I mean, the Xbox controller is much bulkier than the PlayStation controller and the Nintendo. So this is something that the way that the Japanese are, they take a long time to adapt to new technology, mainly to new technology, and you can do your own research, watch a YouTube video about it. Don't just take it from me, but this is basically what's happening. Okay, so PlayStation is going down and Xbox is going up in Japan, and although the sales figures, although as the PlayStation 5 is becoming more and more in stock throughout the world, it still doesn't make a difference. The PlayStation 5 games are just not selling in Japan, and I mean, and the numbers here do not lie. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can receive new future notifications. Check out the blog at ndrtv.com. Follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or anything you want to say right below this video in the comments below. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.